Hello, my name is Dr. Marcia Lugenbuehl, and I would like to welcome you to my website, which is sleepinventory.com. I am a school and pediatric psychologist who has spent numerous years of my life developing what is considered one of the best sleep screening instruments in the country and even the world. And I didn't do this alone. I did it with many well-known pediatric sleep specialists, clinical and school psychologists, and measurement experts. And we have developed the sleep disorders inventory for students. First, we did that, and now we have revised it, and we have, I'll call it the SDIS revised for short. But now we have the revised version, which helps parents and professionals determine if a child may have a high probability of a major sleep disorder. And there is also an adult version that can be attained on or accessed on this website also. And I would like to now tell you a little bit, give you a little bit of a description of these inventories and what the purpose is. I'd like to take a little time to tell you about the three inventories, sleep screening inventories that can be found on our website here. And these inventories, if it's for children and adolescents, they are completed by a parent and or a guardian caretaker that knows the child well. Or if it's an adolescent, it needs to be completed by both the adolescent and the parent, because the adolescent will know the answers to some questions best and the parent will know the answer to other questions best. And then if it is an adult, that needs to be completed partially by the adult being screened, but also if they have a spouse, a partner, sibling, or anybody that knows their sleep, maybe sleeps in the same bedroom or something, then that is necessary to complete some of the nighttime questions, like does the person snore or gasp or choke, things like that, stop breathing. If there is no one, then this adult is either going to have to video themselves during sleep and then answer the questions, or else they're not going to be able to take it. So this one you're looking at right now is the Sleep Disorders Inventory for Students Revised, and it's the children's form that is to be completed for children from 2 years through 10 years. I do have to say, of course, with little 2 to 3-year-olds, it's a little bit more difficult to complete because these children are still so young. But it can be done, and basically it can give the professional a good idea of what's going on with this child at nighttime. The children's version has 25 main sleep questions. Well, it's not only sleep, but also some daytime behavioral questions that are calculated to produce 4 main sleep disorder scales, which are sleep-related breathing disorder, which kind of encompasses everything from normal breathing to light snoring to upper airway resistance syndrome, and then finally obstructive sleep apnea. The second scale is periodic limb movement disorder. The third is excessive daytime sleepiness. The fourth is delayed sleep phase syndrome. Really, in little children, though, we call it behavioral insomnia of childhood. It's a little bit different than the adolescent delayed sleep phase syndrome. And then there is an overall sleep disturbance index, which is a composite of all of these 4 scales. And then there are 5 questions. Each one of them independently measures a parasomnia. And these 5 parasomnias are bedwetting or nocturnal enuresis, nighttime terrors or sleep terrors, night terrors or sleep terrors. The third is sleepwalking. The fourth is sleep talking. And the fifth is teeth grinding or bruxism. And then there are 24 medical history questions that are not included in the scoring, but they provide additional information relating to the sleep-related breathing disorders scale. And if that scale is higher than normal, the questions on this medical history will help the professional to understand what's going on with this child, what might have happened to kind of cause problems with breathing, and it helps them to possibly find a treatment faster for this child. Okay. And like I said before, all of these inventories are available for parents either in English or Spanish, but the questions are in Spanish, but the results, the report will be in English, so a professional might have to help the parent understand that if they don't have somebody at home to help them interpret the report. This is the adolescent sleep screening inventory, and it can be used for students from 11 to 18 years of age, up through 18 years of age. It has 30 main questions that are divided into 5 scales, and all of the scales are the same as the children's, except the adolescent one also has a narcolepsy scale. Now, this scale was not on the children's because it's very, very hard and quite rare to pick up on narcolepsy in children under 10. It usually doesn't even have onset until adolescents or older. So that scale does not exist on the children's, but if the child is scoring high in excessive daytime sleepiness and all the other scales are fairly normal, then that child may need to be looked at for narcolepsy, because we do know that some young children do have narcolepsy. There were about 5 or 6 children in my study that were under the age of 10 that had narcolepsy. So this, the adolescent also has 5 independent questions about parasomnias. Like I said, the sleepwalking, the sleep talking, the bruxism, those. And then it also has 24 medical history questions. And then there is the the adult scale, which is for people 19 years of age and older. And this has all the same questions as the adolescent sleep inventory, but the scoring is slightly different. It's a little bit, a person has to score a little bit more severe on the adult one to have a significant sleep disorder, because we have found that as sleep disorders progress and the person gets older, usually their problems become more severe. And the adult scoring criteria on the overnight sleep study for obstructive sleep apnea is more severe for adults than it is for children and adolescents. Like I said, this inventory, it's not for shift workers. If a person is a shift worker, they should not complete this inventory, or if they do, they should at least, the professional should ignore the delayed sleep phase syndrome scale, because that one will be messed up for shift workers and it will not be accurate. However, the other scales should be pretty accurate. So basically, this is the 3 inventories and how or what they measure. And the parents go online to complete these. They can download these worksheets. They can download them and take the worksheet in at night to the child's bedroom or the adult's bedroom if it's a spouse doing it for this adult. And they can look at the questions and mark them off in the night. These inventories are more accurate if the rater observes the child or the adolescent or adult for a couple hours, maybe 1 or 2 2 nights in the week. And after midnight, after the person's been asleep for maybe an hour or two, and then again maybe an hour or two before they wake up in the morning, any observations will make this inventory more accurate. So it's worth your time to download the worksheet and observe the person. And then you can take that worksheet back to the internet, back to the website. Be sure you save your password and your username, and then you can take it back there and complete it accurately and quickly. And I do highly recommend that, because if you're going to take the time to do this, you want to make sure it's as accurate as possible.